What is good, YouTube? You know we have a lot to talk about. What does it start with? It starts with I have a question battle rap. Yes, sir. So let's get straight into the topic for today. Today's topic is surrounding ayerbs, right? So ayeverb pretty much was on Breakfast with the Champ, DNA's channel, and he was pretty much talking like just ish. He was talking he was talking a lot of smack, but he was talking pretty much about specifically talking, obviously addressing the swamps out there, the JCs, the chesses as well, because Chess did say, he wants that pretty much that battle with Verb as well. And he was pretty much just breaking it down, and DNA was agreeing as well. He was pretty much breaking down how he's like, you guys are all pretty much carbon copies. He was talking crazy ish. If y'all want to see that, make sure y'all tap in with that Breakfast with the Champ. It's the newest episode, pretty much with Verb on the phone with DNA talking his ish. But he was pretty much breaking it down. And he was saying how he feels like he's like, all these new people are carbon copies. When DNA and them asked him, oh, did you guys check? Because he's pretty much saying, like, he's like, our school, he was saying pretty much all the people who we want him to battle, the swamps, the JCs, all the people, he said, the URL and them know what would happen. That's why they haven't booked it. He said they're trying to protect their investment. So I want to let me know what y'all think about that, just in terms of, you think Verb is making excuses and ducking, or you think it's a fact? He broke it down more. He was like, think about it. He's like, other people are carbon copies. He said the last one. He said the reason why the vets and how they are the way they are and the way they can get the money they can get and everything is because they're original. He's like, we're the last of the originals. He was talking crazy ish. He was like all these new people are carbon copies. So when with the tight ones right now, we got the new ones. So Flare Soul, we got Foots, we got that whole little class. But those are like the biggest two of the group. But it's like, he was like, when they asked him, have you checked out the new people? He said no. He said what? He said what's the point? He's like, I've already seen. He's like, I seen New Jersey Twerk. He said Twerk is the last of the newer generation that actually has their own style. He was talking crazy. So let me know about that. Do y'all agree with that? You think Twerk kind of like after Twerk, because Twerk pretty much has the most copied style in battle rap history. But it's like, do you think that there's still people who are original who don't, in some form of way, like I mean, I'm not gonna disagree though. What do y'all think though? Do you think that New Jersey Twerk's impact is so great that it's to the point where it's like people low key, even without directly copying his whole style down to pat, it's like they still do the inflections and the, what I'm saying? It's like he kind of changed. He definitely changed battle rap. But it's like interesting when you think of it like that. Do y'all think that people after Twerk still have their own style, or do you think kind of Verb is right in a way they all kind of in some form or some way? He was saying, are you fingering, fidgeting inward? Now niggas, that's pretty much what he was saying. Like, he's like, oh my bad. On my camera, he said pretty much you finger fidgeting niggas. Like, he's just saying like all y'all pretty much copy Twerk. Y'all don't have any originality. He said they're too afraid pretty much to go against the grain and show their own uniqueness and what they're really about, and that's why they're always going to be limited. He's saying they're always going to be under them. He was saying, he was crazy, but he was like especially with the, he's like when you talk about the flows and pockets and the cadences, he's like they know what I do with that. He's like, URL already knows what would happen. That's why they haven't booked it. They're protecting their investment. Again, he was saying with other battles we want to see. He's like, if they haven't happened yet, if he got the money, if he's hasn't gotten a deposit for it, obviously he's not gonna he's not gonna talk about it. But it's also more so the fact of that he's saying, he's like, I would destroy him. He's like pretty much saying that's why URL doesn't want to do it. They're protecting their investment. What do y'all think about that? Because, I mean, definitely, though, URL is a business first. They are going to protect their investments. But it's just interesting when you think of it like that. Like, what I'm saying? A lot of that. And the DNA was agreeing with him. He's like, DNA, am I wrong? And DNA's like, nah. He's like, that's what he was trying to tell the new guy, Ease. He was saying, it's not that DNA was saying, it's not that I don't want to battle him. It's that URL won't book it. He's saying they're not going to book because they know what's going to happen. So that's pretty much what they're saying. They're saying the whole class, they don't have no, Verb was going crazy. He said they don't have no originality. He said, he said he would beat all the people we want him to see, all the grudge matches. That's why it hasn't happened yet, because they're trying to protect their investment, because they have other battles that they want these people to, they want these new people, and then kind of like, the Chesses and the JCs, they have other stuff that they want them still to do. And he's saying, I'm going to just knock them out the park. Now, we got to see it. I want to see the battle so we can know. But he's saying he will prove it. But he's saying pretty much URL's not going to book it because they know. He said they know what's going to happen. They already know. So it's interesting when you think of it like that. Like, what do y'all think about that in the comments? Do y'all think it's true? Do you think URL is just kind of protecting investments when it comes to the vets? And is that why, we haven't seen certain grudge matches between vets and rookies where the vets are talking like they're actually with it, but we haven't seen the actual battle happen, and we haven't heard no news about it? What do y'all think? Do y'all think URL is actually protecting the investment, and that's why it's not going down? They're worried that maybe the vet might destroy this new guy that they spent all this time catering to and building up their profile. Because I mean, it does make sense. They put their time and money into the artists to keep growing, so they might not want to hinder them to the point where it's like people don't want to see them no more. It's an interesting topic when you think about that. And also, when I was watching this, it made me think about, because Verb was talking a lot of game while he was talking shit. Like he mentioned how he said this happened in the past before. Stay with me. So he said pretty much in the past, he said, I think it was it Summer Madness or Gnome 3 or something like that, right? He said that one was a whack. No, there wasn't a lot of people there, because he said Smack was trying to see if it was the artists, them, you know, that back when they were kind of younger and new in the game, if it was the new hot niggas or if it was Smack who people were coming to see. So he said he has DNA, and DNA agreed with him. He's like, yeah, that was a bad business with that event, because no one came, because those headliners and those new hot people weren't on the card. So that's when he said Smack. That's when Verb said Smack realized, okay, so these are the guys that have the juice right now, and Verb is pretty much saying it's always going to be them. So stay with me. The reason why I mention this is because you remember this Gnome Impact event. They already saw. If you look on Twitter, they already posted tickets when we haven't seen no one that's on the card yet. But what happened the last time they did that? You remember the last time they did that was that event where they had all the new people, the Lou Castros and all them, when they put them on the Summer Madness and all that stuff, right? On the Gnomes and all that. So stay with me. I think, and that's what a lot of comments are saying too, is they're gonna put all these new people, you know, the Souffleur Souls, the Foots, and all the other rest of them. They're probably gonna have a bunch of them on there. You already know where it's probably gonna show. You know what I'm saying? You already know what's probably about to happen. But Verb is pretty much saying we've already been here before. So he's saying if there's no vets, there's no headliners, his generation, Verb's generation, beyond and before and all that, if they're not on the card, he's saying there's no ticket sales. There's no one's going to be there. So he's saying they're going to try it. He's like, and then after they try it, he said they're going to call us right back and go right back to business. He's like, because they already know. He said we've already been here before. We know how this works. These new people don't got it like that. They don't have the juice, the pool. They don't have the he's pretty much saying the content. They don't have the lyrics or the abilities to move the people. He said special shout out to, you know, all the anime watchers. He said anime is for dorks, and he was pretty much saying that's why they don't get to the people, and they don't convey any emotion or any attraction to the real people, because they said they're so busy trying to appeal to dorks and be on that random stuff that he said that's not real and people don't feel that. So he was really talking his ish and talking a lot more than what I'm talking about. But I want to get your guys' opinion on that. How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all think this is true? Do y'all think probably this next Gnome Impact event that's been announced by URLTV is probably gonna have a lot of new people on it? And are they trying to, in a way, replace or see if they can potentially replace a lot of these vets who, you know, cost a lot more, but, you know, show up and do their thing, and they have the reputation and they have the story built and kind of just the character building that we've been there watching as fans and that we love and want to see them continue to go on? Do you think that they are trying to test to see if we're just willing to kind of support these new guys in a format to where, I mean, when you hear the names Gnome, like it's a mixed card anyway, right? Gnome Impact. But when we hear the name Gnome and Summer Impact, we're expecting the top tier. We're not expecting nothing less than top tier when it comes to that. So even if the new guys were on that, we don't even really know how they do in the stage and environment. So it's like, if it is that way, it's definitely going to be a test drive, but it's something that a lot of people definitely are not going to want to spend their hard-earned money on, to go all the way out there flying out of state and stuff for it. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's only the new people. Verb does have a point. If it's not the top tiers on it, we're not really going to spend that much money. We're not going to make as much of an effort to go to these events if the top tiers are on that. The top tiers, and that's why the top tiers get paid what they get paid, and that's why they move the way they move. That's what Verb was pretty much saying. So let me know what y'all think about that in the comments, though. Do y'all agree with Verb? Do you disagree with Verb? Do you kind of feel like it's more in the middle, and it's like it's the top tiers, but it's also, you know, it's the trans, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much passing the torch, but Verb, I guess, is in a way of saying he's like, the torch really hasn't been passed. When you go past the after the New Jersey twerking them generation, it's kind of like new guys show up and are here and there. They're on cards, but they're not. They can never replace the vets. I'm not really disagreeing with that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because, you know what I'm saying, even like the Swamp and them generation, they're definitely getting up there, but it's not. They can never replace a Tay Rock, a Surf. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A Verb, a Hollow, you know what I'm saying? It's that DNA, okay? You know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not really working like that. So it's a very interesting kind of just discussion when you think about it. And I want to know what you guys think on your opinion as well. Do you agree? Do you feel like there are kind of the new people are going to be able to kind of eventually take that spot away from them? How do you feel about that? Maybe you feel like certain ones, maybe Souffleur, Soul, and Foots, you feel like maybe not the other ones all the way, or maybe some of the other ones not those. But just let me know what you think in the comments about this whole kind of just topic and what verb was I'm saying, if you agree or not. If you stay to the end of the video, I appreciate you so much. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You already know I got a lot more stuff coming soon. As soon as I get home from work, I get right to it for y'all. If you're new to the channel, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. If you are not new to the channel and you already are subscribed, please remember to make sure you have the bell notification on so you can get all my posts. I appreciate you. I got so much more coming soon. Stay soon. Stay tapped in. Appreciate y'all. My bad.